Jafar Saad usually spends his day fixing cars at this auto shop on Schaefer and Plymouth. But just after opening up the shop Friday morning, take a look at what he faced: the barrel of a shotgun. The man seen in the video poses as a customer who needs to use the restroom. But when he comes out, he grabs what he thinks is a loaded gun the guys keep around the shop.
You finish bathroom, come in here, take gum, tell him give me $50.
When Jafar doesn't give him cash, the man actually pulls the trigger unaware it's empty. That's when he clocks Jafar over the head.
We're just trying to make a living, yes.
That move leaves him with 4 staples to his head.
He called me and told me someone hit him with the gun on his head.
The guy runs out with the shotgun.
Up on the gauge, what the problem?
Now, once that man left the auto shop, he then ran to this alley and was met by a business owner opening his store. The man pulled out the shotgun and tried to rob this business owner too.
The gun, big gun, I don't know what name.
Police want to catch this guy before he strikes again or find bullets for the stolen gun. The brothers at the shop are thankful Jafar survived.
Even if he didn't have the gun here, you know, he would have grabbed something else, I would think, you know.
What started with Jamar Bowens in Michigan left police busy and his alleged victims baffled. Court records say Bowens rented a car from this enterprise on Telegraph Road in Southfield, then drove that car from Detroit to a suburb in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Once there, he's accused of attempting to buy computers from 2 Best Buy stores with counterfeit credit cards. But the credit card did not have his name Jamar on it. Instead, it said Zach with a different last name. He told officers he picked a name, but the name on the card linked back to a Zach from Livonia, a man who had no idea Bowens had several credit cards with his name on them. And the Livonia man wasn't the only victim. Investigators say Bowens had 5 cloned credit cards on him when they arrested him. The victims were from Michigan, New Mexico, and Hawaii. None of the victims ever met Bowens, but he had cards with their names. Once investigators traced the credit cards, they also found declined transactions in Ohio, Iowa, and Pennsylvania. Bowens originally denied he used the cards, but after police revealed they had him on video making some purchases, they say he changed his story. Court documents show he claimed he purchased the credit cards from a guy in Chicago for $20.
Well, first of all, I think many of you are surprised to know that the Belle Isle Aquarium is open again. It is, with about 70% of these tanks filled now with things like the polypterus. But you would never know there was a flood just by being in the public area. All of the damage is here in the basements.
Everything in this room was a complete total loss.
You may have seen stories about homes flooding during last week's storms, but flooding at the aquarium seems like an oxymoron.
The sewage problem started during the flood, and so we got a massive backup that came in through over here.
The problems at the Belle Isle Aquarium are all underground. Thousands and thousands of dollars worth of equipment and materials tossed in the dumpster.
A lot of decorations, the banners, the signage.
Fred Hubner is the general manager, on the job just 2 months, but the quick rain created a waterfall they did not plan on.
So we had the sewer flood over here, combined with the flood down the stairs here, made for kind of a worst case scenario.
And while all of that literally stinks, it's only the beginning. The aquarium is funded by the Belle Isle Conservancy, which heavily relies on donations.
So right now we're estimating the cost to be about $8,000 to $10,000.
And because that money is now being used to clean up, the tanks that we're going to open won't.
Got new glass, been completely resealed. The inside of the concrete tank was completely re-epoxied.
120 hours worth of volunteer effort is curbing much of the cost and helping the timeline, because they would like to open again by the weekend.
It has to be as soon as possible, of course, because we have 6,000 folks that are ready to come this weekend. That's about how many we get each weekend.